Good morning. Hello and welcome to Love Morning. Welcome to Hug Nation. Welcome to our Love Ambassador meetup. What are you feeling grateful for? Do tell. Do share. It is such a helpful addition to one another's gratitude lens to hear what other people are grateful for. What are you noticing today that is worth noticing? Maybe a beautiful flower, a pleasant temperature, a TV show that tickled your fancy, a gesture from a fellow human, a cuddle from a kitty cat. And as we begin here, I like to make up something. It's a song that starts with words before the melody means anything. And those rhymes weren't good, and this melody isn't either, and it's already feeling terrible. And if you think I can rhyme with terrible, well, you're just a monster. It's Love Morning. Oh, God. If today was the first time I tried to improv, that would have been the last time, because that was. Can we edit this? Who's producing this? Can we just cut that out? Good morning. Welcome to the Hug Nation Morning Show. High Noon, good morning. High Noon says, breathe in and breathe out. Morning, y'all. Good morning. I will explain the photo on the screen a little bit more in a second, but that is the view outside in the canyon behind our home. I am grateful for a show that I finished yesterday called Mr. In Between, a Australian show written and starred by the same person, if I read it correctly, about a hitman, and it's on Netflix. Is that right? Yeah, it's on Netflix. No, it's on Hulu. Sorry, it's on Hulu. And it's about a hitman, but also half the show is about his normal everyday life with like a girlfriend, and he's co-parenting a mixed race daughter, and he's dealing with friendships and parent dynamics, and of parents having dementia, and then the other part of the show is like a action show, or not really action, but anyway, I don't mean to give a whole synopsis, but I really enjoyed it. It did some really subtle stuff about toxic masculinity and anger and trauma, and definitely a violent show. Would not recommend it if you're looking for you're trying to avoid violence. Not the show for you, but I'm grateful for it, and I had a lot of appreciation for the writer and star of it. I thought he was fantastic. Good morning, Juan. Juan says, I made it here on a Sunday. Yes, a great start to the week. Good morning, Juan. Glad you're here. Happy Sunday. Oh, that's right. It is Sunday. My week is all, since I have flown to and from Oregon twice this week, I'm all messed up. High Noon says, gratitude for sharing a hike to a spot on Great Island in Wellfleet, Massachusetts with a new buddy. We had a seal pop up in front of us and check us out twice. My buddy has seen a seal before. Maybe has or hasn't. Either way, it's cool to see a seal. And if I was a seal, I would check you out too. Echo's in India? Amazing. Hello, Echo. Feeling that love from India. Grand rising to you. Good morning, Kimberly. Kimberly says, I'm grateful for my daughter being so healthy and successful. That has got to feel good. Thank you for sharing. I'm grateful for a wonderful first Saturdays. Yesterday, we had an outing with where we gave food and clothing and care packs to some of our neighbors experiencing homelessness and in need downtown. Because some are homeless and some are, in shelters. But man, if you live in a shelter, you still have lots. You could use a lot of assistance. But lots of regulars came yesterday, mostly regulars, people I knew, so it was nice to see them. And we've got the Kearney Mesa Rotary Club brought like over 50 backpacks. So everyone that was in line when we opened got a basically brand new backpack. All different, they were awesome backpacks, dude. Not like, they were awesome. It was really cool it's like a treasure. So grateful for a successful first Saturdays yesterday. And if I haven't mentioned my Oregon trip, I went to Oregon for a week of retreat, and then when Lisa and I were coming home, we drove an hour and a half to the airport. We were rushing to make our flight and realized that I had not packed Lisa's guitar. So we had to decide if we decided we would come home and then try to coordinate to come back to get the guitar. And so then I flew back. I flew into San Diego Monday, flew back on Wednesday to go to our friend's concert, to meet Ava, who's a friend from Gratitude Circle, and then get the guitar without having to drive all the way to Mosier, just because for the concert that our friends were at was going to be in Portland. Got the guitar and came home, and that was it was super fun, such an awesome adventure. And I watched that show so I was just watching TV on the plane. It was wasn't even a big sacrifice for me. But speaking of Lisa and how wonderful it felt to be able to do something nice, which is go get her guitar, do a heroic journey to aid the princess. If you see on screen right now, that is a picture looking out our back balcony into the canyon. And if you little tiny, you might even be able to see it in the resolution on screen. But there's a woman wearing a white shirt with a hose watering. And as I was looking out over this beautiful nature and the cactus, this huge cactus that's to the left of her, you can't see it right now. And I didn't even see it at the time, but it's blooming at night as these white blooms, probably 20, 30 with these big white blooms that come open at night. But as I was looking out over this canyon and the eucalyptus and the cactus and the woman of my dreams, I was like, this is what heaven looks like to me. This is everything I want. This is it. I'm so grateful for this. So I took a picture, and that's what you're seeing on screen. That's heaven in my eyes. It's not angels in the clouds. It is Lisa in the canyon. Juan says, love that guitar trip. You need to do a pink ride trip just like that. Man, if Alaska had nonstop flights to Black Rock City, I would definitely fly in for the pink ride. Anybody else want to share something that they're grateful for? I'm grateful that I'm going to head to Solana Beach today. Gonna get to feel some sea air, and maybe even jump in the ocean. Grateful that I live so close to the ocean. Grateful. Oh, I know what I do. I'm gonna stop by my folks today. I've got some of my favorite pants. I need to put a patch on, and I don't have an iron, so I'm gonna go. Oh, and speaking of ironing, it's not really ironing. Not even speaking of ironing, but I bought a new backpack, and then I glued on it this. That's the Heart Centered Men logo, but I really think that looks cool now. So look at me. Old me was like pink with Barbie stuff, and now look at this, all neutrals. But and September 7th is when the next Heart Centered Men's gathering is in San Diego, which is so funny that I didn't even think about it. Is totally inconvenient for anybody that's going to Burning Man. Just shows you where my head's at this year. Heinen says, what an amazing picture of a beautiful view. Yeah, so that's one reason why I'm so happy in where I live. Now, I cropped the photo, so if you go just to the right is where there's a road that goes through there. So it's not like we're totally isolated, but it's isolated enough that it feels very private. Kimberly says, it was beautiful yesterday. I work at a day camp in Cardiff and love to see the ocean from Glen Park. Enjoy your day. Thank you. Good morning, Gerbart. Next is grateful for my new job. I've been out of work for a month now, getting ready to go. Congratulations. Go get 'em. Share that awesome you with the world. Happy to hear you got a new job. Well done, Nick. Vesper says, grateful for my wonderful partner, William. It was his birthday yesterday. Yay, happy birthday. And to have witnessed our friend's non-governmental friends and family commitment ceremony. Oh. How? So, okay, it was committal, but it was non-governmental. Got it. That sounds like it was a kick in the pants. And today, going to Cirque du Soleil. Which show? Where? Amazing. Man, Cirque du Soleil does not disappoint. Never. It's so good. So amazing. And good to see you, Vesper. Anyone else have anything they want to be grateful for? I'm grateful that I went to Sephora a few weeks ago and I got some help with buying some makeup because my eczema kicked in. Something I'm guessing I ate something maybe with. If my theory is right, I accidentally ate something with dairy, like 4 days ago, because I am red and flaky under this beard, like gross. So I'm grateful that I have some makeup that makes me feel more comfortable being on camera. Grateful that I'm in a place in my life where I'm not embarrassed to wear makeup. And grateful. Well, I guess I'm great. That's one step below. I'd be even more grateful if I was so free from vanity that it didn't even bother me to catch my reflection. Be like, oh, look at that. I'm all red and kind of repelling. But I'm not yet free from the sin of pride and vanity. Still got work to do. This spoiler alert, you never get to the finish line of that race. I see. The non-committal ceremony, or the committal non-governmental, very specific not to use the W word. Understood. High Noons is grateful for meeting a guy at the flea market who showed us pictures of photographers in Alaska that did not realize the bears sitting next to them. So you wrote flea market spelled like running away from flee. Is that how flea market, or is it flea like tiny little insects that bite you? Flea market. Or you could go to a flea market, which is for small insects that are running away from places. That's where they have flea markets. Gerbot says, grateful for a wonderful time talking to so many interesting people at the Vintage Computer Show over the last 2 days. Oh, nice. Good morning, Hope. Good morning and happy Sunday. Juan says, I'm grateful for my beautiful wife that is doing yard work right now. I better get out there and help. Well, I'm happy for you and happy for her. As I showed, my image on screen is my image of heaven, and that was witnessing Lisa doing some yard work. And so I can certainly appreciate that. Super grateful that, so last night after she was watering and I'm talking with friends, and then she said, hey, can I show you something? And we walked her, and first she showed me, hey, look, the yucca plants are blooming here. And I said, oh, look, we have these other, a succulent that has little purple flowers that's blooming all over. And I showed her those, and she goes, oh, come follow me here. And then she brought me back in the backyard and showed me how the night blooming cactus is just going off. So I'm grateful that, that was just a beautiful moment to be touring our yard, sharing the blooms that we noticed with one another. Well, happy Sunday, everyone. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your weekend. And my friend Mike was telling me about this meditation retreat he went to, and one of it's basically a metta, loving kindness type meditation, and you just get into a feeling state of feeling love for people. So people that you really care about. Just think about how happy you are, and surround them with love, and then slowly you add more and more people, and then maybe you have people that you have difficulty loving. But one of the things that I sometimes I used to do more often, but he reminded me is that to do just throughout the day, just wish well of people. Like as you're driving, just as people drive by in their car, you go like, I hope the best for you. I hope health and happiness for you. Oh, I hope health and happiness and for you. And so I'm going to try to start making that a part of the Love Morning routine of reminders. What am I grateful for? Who do I want to be today? And remember to think loving kindness for my fellow humans that I cross paths with. And who do I want to be today? I want to try to be self-care, restful. I want to try to be healthy for myself. I want to try to be kind and gifting. I want to be compassionate, a lot towards myself today. I think I'm a little worried that I think maybe today I need a little self-care is high. Oh, a little hummingbird has landed on the branch right outside the window. And now flying away. Oh, right in front of me. Hi. Okay. Well, with that, Gerbot is also grateful for Dad's improved health as he recovers from his head injury. Beautiful. Thanks, Gerbot. Wherever you are, let's give ourselves a big old squeeze. Feeling grateful for this body, this day, for one another, for the connections. As we take a deep breath in and squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and everybody here, thanks for being here today. I love you.